Good evening. It's Wednesday, April 14, 2021, here in Cebu City. I'm Cherry Ann Lim, and this is SunStar Tonight. Some 700 individuals witnessed the reenactment of the first baptism in the Philippines at the Plaza Sugbo in Cebu City today. The reenactment was done in line with the celebration of the 500th anniversary of the arrival of Christianity in the country. WENILYN reports.
Cebu has celebrated the 500th anniversary of the first baptism in the country by baptizing 7 children at Plaza Sugbo in Cebu City Wednesday. Apostolic Nuncio to the Philippines Archbishop Charles Brown emphasized in his homily that the tender love of the Santo Niño is the symbol of the arrival of Christianity in the country. 2 icons, which include the Jubilee Cross and the image of Santo Niño, were also paraded during a special entourage before the Mass started Wednesday afternoon. Cebu Archbishop Jose Palma also expressed gratitude to the faithful for bearing witness to such a historical event in the Catholic Church and Archdiocese of Cebu. The event became even more meaningful as the Basilica Minore del Santo Niño and the image of Santo Niño were declared a national cultural treasure. Prior to the Mass, around 700 individuals witnessed the reenactment of the first baptism in the country, and it was performed by the San Diego dancers. About 15 archbishops as well have joined the celebration, while 300 public officials and parish representatives of the Archdiocese of Cebu were present. The rest of the invitees represent the servers, volunteers, members of the choir, media, and the church staff. WENILYN Sabalo, SunStar Tonight.
Lapu-Lapu City Mayor Junard Chan has appealed to the Interagency Task Force to allow the entry to the city of international passengers who have completed their vaccination. KENNETH reports.
Lapu-Lapu City Mayor Junard Ahong Chan said he appealed to the Interagency Task Force or IATF to allow the entry of international flights passengers into the city through the Mactan Cebu International Airport to revive tourism. However, Chan said that only those who have completed the doses of COVID-19 vaccination can enter the city. Chan said that this is another way to help Opunganuns, especially those whose livelihood depends on tourism. The Department of Health Central Visayas has reported Lapu-Lapu City has 16 new COVID-19 cases recorded yesterday. The city's active COVID-19 cases is now down to 886. Kenneth Torres, SunStar Tonight.
The Department of Trade and Industry in Central Visayas will launch a one-stop Agri-Negosyo information service to entice repatriated overseas Filipino workers to venture into agriculture. Johanna Bahinting reports.
Repatriated overseas Filipino workers who want to venture into agribusiness may take advantage of the one-stop shop Agri-Negosyo that will be launched by the Department of Trade and Industry Central Visayas or DTI. DTI will launch the regional rollout of Agri-Negosyo para sa OFWs on April 27. Agri-Negosyo para sa OFWs is a one-stop shop of information regarding agribusiness-related programs and services, which include crafting business plans and studies, access to financing programs, and even trainings. DTI said they target to reach out to 500 individuals, including the non-OFWs. This is in collaboration with the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE, Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, Department of Science and Technology, Cooperative Development Authority, and Department of Agriculture. DOLE earlier said more than 500,000 OFWs who were displaced by the COVID-19 pandemic were transported back to their home provinces after undergoing COVID tests and quarantine protocols in various hotels. DOLE's ACAP assistance has extended more than 5 billion pesos to more than 400,000 repatriated OFWs. ACAP is a one-time cash assistance for each qualified displaced OFWs. Johanna Bahinting, SunStar Tonight.
The National Task Force for the West Philippine Sea has denounced the continued swarming by some 240 Chinese Coast Guard and other maritime militia vessels in the territorial waters of the Philippines. Kenneth Torres reports.
Based on the latest rounds of sovereignty patrols conducted with the Philippines on April 11, an estimated of 240 Chinese vessels have been spotted lingering in the territorial waters of Kalayaan, Palawan, and within Philippines' exclusive economic zone. Chinese maritime militia vessels were spotted at the territorial waters of Burgos, Juan Felipe, Chingwa, Panganiban, and Zamora Reef, including the islands of Pag-asa, Likas, Kota, and Ayungin Shoal. Also spotted during the sovereignty patrol were People's Liberation Army Navy, 2 Hubei-class missile warships, 1 corvette-class warship, and 1 Navy tugboat. Additional monitoring by the Armed Forces of the Philippines found 2 plan, 3 CCG and 10 CCM vessels at the Scarborough Shoal. It was said that each can catch 1 ton of fish, or 240,000 kilos, which are illegally taken from Philippine waters every single day. A previous patrol also showed that Chinese poachers were caught collecting giant clams in the vicinity of Pag-asa Islands, but quickly departed when approached by the Philippine Coast Guard. The task force has also started its investigation over reports that a civilian vessel carrying local news crew was followed and shadowed by a CCG vessel and an armed Hubei-class missile warships as it traveled from the vicinity of Ayungin Shoal to the coast of Palawan. The task force said that China should take the Philippine representations seriously and respect its sovereignty, rights, and interest in consonance with a further strengthening of Philippine-China bilateral relations. Kenneth Torres, SunStar Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Follow us on our YouTube channel and official social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Cherry Ann Lim. Thanks for watching SunStar Tonight. See you again tomorrow. Good night.